Rain slid slowly down the hospital window. Outside, the city lights blurred into soft glowing colors. Through the wet glass, the sky was gray and heavy, as if the world itself was holding its breath. Inside the quiet hospital room, everything felt still, like time had stopped. Daniel sat beside the hospital bed, exhausted. In his hand was a small yellowed envelope, its edges worn with age. On the bed lay Clara, motionless, beneath the white hospital sheets. The soft beeping of the medical monitor was the only sound in the room. Daniel stared at the envelope. He had carried it for 20 years, and yet he had never opened it. The room was filled with a strange silence. Blue light from the heart monitor flickered softly across the walls, while a small bedside lamp cast warm shadows over Clara's face. Daniel sat quietly, staring at her. Memories began to flood his mind. Memories of the woman who had once filled his life with laughter. 20 years earlier. Clara burst out of the clinic waiting room, grabbing Daniel's hand. "Come on," she laughed. Outside, a violinist played on the busy street corner. Sunlight filled the city, and Clara spun around happily, pulling Daniel with her. She always lived life like that, full of joy, full of light. Daniel had never seen someone love life the way she did. Back in the present, Clara lay peacefully on the hospital bed. Her dark hair rested gently across the pillow. She looked calm, but Daniel knew the truth. The doctors had told him quietly earlier that day, Clara might not wake up again. Daniel looked down at the envelope again. The handwriting on it was unmistakable. Clara's handwriting. His hands trembled as he slowly opened it. The paper inside was fragile with age. He unfolded the letter carefully. Daniel began to read. His eyes moved slowly across the page, and then the tears started falling. The letter had been written 20 years ago. On the day Clara first learned about her illness, she had written, "Daniel, if you're reading this, it means I was too afraid to tell you the truth. The doctors told me I might not live long. I didn't want your life to stop because of me. So, if I ever pushed you away, please know it was because I loved you more than anything." Daniel's hands shook. All these years. How? All these. He had believed she left him because she didn't care, but the truth was the opposite. Daniel suddenly laughed softly through his tears. It was exactly something Clara would do, even when facing the worst news of her life. She had still been thinking about him. "Clara, you stubborn woman." Daniel reached out and gently held Clara's hand. It was warm, but weak. He squeezed it softly. "I finally read your letter," he said quietly. "I'm sorry it took me 20 years." Morning light slowly began to enter the hospital room. Outside, the rain had stopped. Daniel leaned forward and kissed Clara gently on the forehead. "Thank you for loving me," he whispered. Daniel looked at Clara and smiled softly.